Some new shoes ASAP, but got some Kyrie's on. Hold on, you got the Kyrie's on, you know what I'm saying? But it's your boy Josh Different in the building. But in this video, we're gonna talk about fame. So
These days, I'm letting God handle all things above. The things I can't change are the reason you love me. Listen, you can hear them calling my name. I'm all over the place, I can't sit in one place. I'm not ashamed at all.
growing up, I used to want to be famous. You know what I'm saying? I definitely did want to be famous at one point in my life. And fame is different now than it used to be years ago. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't this setup just so nice? But yeah, fame is completely different than it was years ago. Years ago, when people were famous, I felt like there was like a separation in a way. You feel what I'm saying? Now we have social media influencers. We have TikTokers. We have hold up, cooking something, but we have TikTokers. We have Instagrammers, even though Instagram is dying, that are just as popular as the famous people, and people are like writing famous people off for the simple fact that fame is fickle, the word for it, but fame is just so now because everything is being exposed, especially on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Not only the spiritual warfare, narcissism, just people are just looking at famous people completely different. Like they're not looking at them as like these hierarchy individuals that got everything figured out. But it's crazy because when I tapped into why I wanted to be famous, it kind of like, it was when I went through my spiritual awakening. It was kind of one of those situations. How can I prop this phone up? It was one of those situations where, um, when you go through your spiritual awakening, right? When you go through your spiritual awakening, you get to a point where everything doesn't feel real or like it matters. So you go through your spiritual awakening, you have the quote unquote ego death, which your ego disappears and then it comes back or whatever the case may be. But I remember I was in Walmart and I was looking around like nothing matters, because like that's how it is when you go through your spiritual awakening. Those who know, and those who understand. But I started to dig deep into what everything is, like the fact that everything that they call in the Matrix. It's funny, when Andrew Tate and all these people talk about the Matrix, they don't even truly talk about the deeper side of it. Like how every label is just not what society makes it seems. In regards to, like I said, when dealing with my family personally, like you say that's your mom, that's your dad, and all of that. And it's just like, those are just labels that society has created. But your true family are those who care for you, those who love you, those who, rock with you, or whatever the case may be. And we're conditioned to be loyal to individuals who are blood related to us. But that's not your true family. And when you tap into real life, you know what I'm saying? Beyond when you go through your spiritual awakening, or if you come from a dysfunctional family, then you'll truly understand that. Now, this does not resonate with everybody, because there is a large group of people out there who do have a solid family, who do have blood relatives that care for them, that love them, or whatever the case may be. So I'm only speaking to the individuals who this relates to, the scapegoats, the people that's just breaking generational curses, or whatever the case may be. But I realized that there are multiple different type of individuals in this world. You have the narcissists who truly seek validation, and they're very insecure, and they're very strong within their personality. Although if you truly learn them, you can combat everything that they do. It's very hard, and they'll continue to still be them, but you can truly understand them and kind of like, you know what I'm saying? And then you have other people with different personality disorders that operate like narcissists. You have your borderlines personality disorders, that some of them act just like narcissists. Some of them are different. They're all different, but a lot of them are just as toxic. You feel me? Then you have your histrionics. You have your psychopaths, your sociopaths, or whatever the case may be. And that is very prevalent within society, although a lot of people don't know and don't understand it. And That's why you might be at work and you feel like you're being targeted, or you might be at work and you might be dealing with toxic individuals, or you might be at school. You might like these people. We come across these people throughout our whole life, every day, 9 times out of 10. Whether you're at the gas station, whatever the case may be, right? Um, and then sometimes, like, it depends on how you were raised. You might gaslight yourself. You might blame yourself for certain stuff. You might come across. You might go to a job and it's super toxic, but you don't realize that job might be filled with low vibrational people, narcissists, psychopaths, borderlines, whatever the case may be, and that's why they might scapegoat you at the job. I know personally, or you know what I'm saying. All of these things wrap back into what I'm saying about becoming famous. Because another reason why I feel like I stopped wanting to be famous is because of these different type of individuals. I'm not gonna lie. When I woke up to narcissism and stuff like that, when I woke up to the spiritual warfare and everything, it kind of made me want to hide. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it a buck. It kind of made me just want to just be like, no, this is bull. You know what I'm saying? They say when you get older, like life is going to be deep, but not this deep. That's because everybody doesn't experience this reality. So the individuals who told me that life gets hard probably didn't even understand life on this level. If they weren't a narcissistic scapegoat or they didn't deal with narcissism, then they don't truly understand this. You feel what I'm saying? What is that on my face? I'm about to go to the gym, but yeah, so like I honestly did want to be famous for a long time. I used to want to be like when I had my J Diesel show channel. I talk about this all the time, but I wanted to be like the J Diesel or whatever. And during that time, I didn't technically want to be famous. I just wanted to be a partner because that was like the hierarchy of YouTube at the time. But I remember I told my older brother at one point that I wanted to take acting classes, and that was a little later after I think I did a YouTube. And he said he was going to sign me up, but he didn't sign me up because he's the golden child in my narcissistic family, and you know how they operate. They lie and try to antagonize you and pretend like they are buddy with you, but for real, they running back to the mom of the narcissistic family and causing triangulation. It was happening between me, my brothers and sisters, and my cousin. You feel what I'm saying? So, but when you wake up, you see right through stuff like that. And it's not that specific situation made me not want to be famous. It's just like fame is just so. Now, I would love to do what I love to do, such as I got this dog in me though. Like I like to fight in a sense. I don't like to destroy people, but I have this aggression in me that I like to let out. You feel what I'm saying? So if I could share my my fighting, if I can share my music, if I can share my content creation to the world and it became popular, that's a beautiful thing. And I would take whatever came with it, all my blessings, and I would try to help people. Because my goal, to be honest, which is why I came up with the I'm different, you different, we different. I came up with the Josh different because I realized I was different than my family. I realized I was different than most people in society. And then I came into the chosen one ideology or whatever the case may be, right? So like I just felt different. So that's why I came up with Josh different. But before that, I called myself like Jab, which is my initials, Joshua Eric Blackwell. And then before that, I came up with, what was the other one? I forget, all different types of stuff, all different types of names, but Josh different kind of fit the way I was going. Then I came up with I'm different, you different, we different, because I feel like people should just be themselves, be their own individual. You feel me? And then if you are yourself, you can be, listen, because coming from toxicity and being around certain people, you probably won't even realize that you are that you're like you're bringing yourself down, or you won't even realize that people condition to be a certain way, and you're so depressed because you're not being your authentic self and you're falling into that realm. Now, can you imagine being famous and you making all this money and you getting all this status and you getting all the validation you wanted? You feel what I'm saying? Because that's another thing. A lot of times we want to become famous and big and people to hear our stories, because I'm helping y'all. I'm talking about narcissistic abuse. I'm talking about motivation. I'm talking about God or whatever the case may be. I love helping people. Like it's a big thing inside of me. But on a real, there's also a part of me that is still seeking validation in a sense, but I'm aware of that. seeking validation in the sense of like, I didn't get the validation that I should have when I was younger. And I didn't even realize that because of the facade that narcissists put up and stuff like that towards the black sheep and the scapegoats. They do so much and then they try to make it seem like they're not. They gaslight you and stuff like that. So I didn't even realize that I was seeking validation. I didn't even realize that, and everybody seeks validation. Everybody in a sense is narcissistic. And it's still a part of me that I can't tap out of because I can be aware of it, but there's a drive in me that feels like I have to share my story to help people. But like I said, it's two sides of it. It's like I like to help people. I love to help people. But there's also another side of me that is that inner child that they've been calling it in this generation. That inner child that's like, see me, watch me, look what I'm doing. And that's me being real. That's me when I was doing my shadow work and tapping in. And kind of when I went through my spiritual awakening and realized I didn't want to be famous and stuff like that, I was like, dang, what should I do now? Because life for me has always been like subconsciously. It's not even a conscious thing. It's always like, I'm gonna prove this to this person. Y'all like my shorts? I love these shorts. I love these things. But anyway, it's like, I'm gonna prove this. I'm gonna prove this. A lot of times it was proving it to myself, but it was also proving it to other people. You feel me? That's why I had to tap into everything that I do because like, I was like, do I love basketball? Like I love watching basketball. I love LeBron James. You feel what I'm saying? I love I love LeBron James. I really had to tap into what I be doing. And I had to be like, do I love it that much or do I just love proving? Like freshman year, I was trash. The video is still on YouTube. Look up Top 20 Academy basketball, whatever. I was trash, throwing the ball away. By junior year, I was good. I went to basketball camp. I was cooking. You feel what I'm saying? And I almost sound like one of them old heads that's like, oh yeah, I did this and I did that. I'm saying that to say, was I truly invested in these things or I was invested in proving myself to be better? Did I truly love basketball? Did I truly love content creation? Did I truly love music? Now, I love music. I just made the song in the other room when I got off work. And then I love content creation. I'm creating content right now. Basketball is starting to get a little shaky because I'm starting to think like, did I just start that because I got that dog in me? You feel what I'm saying? And I was fighting my whole life. You feel me? I had to fight my whole life. I was fighting in elementary school. For some reason, people was always trying me. I was fighting. Then they took me out and I was fighting in the neighborhood with me and my cousin. Me and my cousin would go in the neighborhood. People would try us and we would end up either fighting them or getting jumped or whatever the case. I was fighting at the park. It wasn't until I grew this physique of a body where people get jealous of me just standing next to me. No cap, I swear to God. People will step on my shoe. People will try to act super tough. Men be insecure. They throw little shots at me all the time at work. And still now to this day. So I went from getting bullied when I was younger. The reason why I said bully, because I don't believe in bullying. People try to bully me, but you can't bully me. Like, I'm sorry, I'm going to punch you in your face. Like, that's my ego, but whatever. Self-aware of it. You feel me? It's true though. Like if you try me, I'm gonna F you up. But anyway, yeah, so all of that wraps into why I wanted to be famous. And now I feel like it's kind of no point in being famous. Like you could be famous on YouTube, TikTok, whatever the case may be. And I don't need that now. I'm kind of just trying to, I kind of just am settling into my authentic self now. Because and I'm learning too that this is a journey. This is not like Russ said it, the music artist Russ. I realized that the journey is everything. There ain't no destination, man. The journey is everything. Looking back, I realized the journey is everything. For real, man. Don't seek validation or try not to because it's hard not to because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Everything is like validation. Like I like you got some new kicks. All right, yeah, you know what I'm saying? People can see my new kicks. You want people to see your new kicks, even though you love the kicks for you. Feel me? Maybe I'm just damaged to the point where I just love validation. I don't know. What am I supposed to do? Stay in the house? Like, it's hard to find that fine line. I'm trying to find that. Just like I'm trying to find that balance. I was watching Dr. Carmen O'Brien, and she was talking about how scapegoats can be very defensive. And I'm a very defensive person. I try to find that as I'm working on myself and doing shadow work after dealing with narcissistic abuse and growing up as a scapegoat. I'm trying to find that fine line between like not letting nobody try me, not letting nobody try to take advantage of me, and being defensive. I'm trying to find that balance. And a lot of times I just turn to God, or when I'm at work and people be doing weird stuff or saying weird stuff or being, insecure. I don't have to snap on them. I don't have to be like, yo, I noticed that you're doing X, Y, and Z. That's another thing I need to learn. I need to learn to stop saying so much out my mouth because it's going to get me in trouble. And obviously, I don't care what people think, but saying too much is just like, I'll be saying too much. I need to stop saying too much. That's another thing when you deal with narcissistic abuse. You're conditioned to say too much. And you feel what I'm saying? But anyway, this video was about fame. I start going all around. But anyway, comment below what y'all think about the video. Comment below any other topics. Comment below if you want me to talk more about spirituality, spiritual warfare. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just vibing with this YouTube thing. I'm feeling it. Y'all like my new intro? My new intro is a banger. You know what I'm saying? I created it myself. I was going to get somebody to make my intro for me. But I was like, you know what? I can do it. I'm pretty creative. You feel me? It's your boy Josh Different. Continue to be you. I'm different. You different. We different. I'm out.